Hey guys, Jim Chester coming to you live. I have Billy DeMoss with me today. He is in Newport Beach, California, and I'm in Denver, Colorado, and we are here to Chiro Hustle and shake this thing down. So Billy, what's going on, brother?
Just hustling, brother, every day, baby.
See, you sent me this shirt.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite shirts. I wear that on the plane all the time.
Yeah, I was just out in New York City, and somebody came up to me and they're like, You're a California hustler? I go, no, bro, I'm from Iowa.
Hey, and I'm from Nebraska, bro, so I'm right there next to you.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Yep. You didn't know that?
I didn't know you're from Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, I was born in Omaha, bro.
Okay, Davenport to Omaha.
Yeah.
We're about.
It's interesting. My grandfather was a huge radio celebrity back in the day, and that was really the only medium back in the day. And he was really good friends with, he actually gave Johnny Carson his first job. He worked with Ronald Reagan. But the thing that he always talked to me about is how he worked with this B.J. Palmer dude. He said that B.J. Palmer was fucking out of his mind. And, it was just interesting to see that he had interacted with B.J. and came up with that, his own opinion of him, that he was out of his mind. But I think one of the things that, we as chiropractors sometimes worry about is how people perceive us. But when you look at how successful BJ was, and you look how hard he hustled, it's again, when you're a mover and a shaker, you're going to shake it up, but you're also going to get a little bit of blowback, negative blowback, or positive blowback. But the effect is that if you're really getting out and delivering the message, you're going to have more of an impact than if you're not. So again, you're going to go out. People might perceive you as crazy. They might perceive you as unorthodox. But the reality is, if you're going to really create change in the world, you've got to get outside your shell and do it.
So let's talk about what you're doing, man. You got this thing called California Jam that you do every year. It happens in Costa Mesa, which is up the road from you. So tell us a little bit about this California Jam, what you're doing, and how people can maybe jump on board if they're interested in coming out there for that.
Well, Cal Jam's just an extension of what we were doing here in the office, which was we were doing once in a month, which I started doing in 1995, was the Dead Chiropractic Society, which was modeled after the Dead Poets Society. And, I figured it was something that was kind of a natural evolution from seeing like 100 people in our office, which we were at capacity at the time. And, hey, Nemo, what's up? It was just what we wanted to do is we wanted to really grow the philosophy, and that's what DCS was always about. If you look at the old movie Dead Poet Society, it was all about them reading poetry. What we did is we got together and we read the green books and chiropractic philosophies, and then as it got bigger and bigger, we started inviting different speakers to speak. So, and then from that, I worked with a guy named Dr. Brian Porteous, and he says, Billy, why don't we do a philosophy seminar here in California, and we can get credits for it? And I go, that sounds like a good idea. So I went and looked for hotels to do it, and then I finally kind of said, I wonder how much more expensive it would be to rent out the Performing Arts Center. And at the time, it didn't seem like that much money as far as difference, but it was just gave it a whole different feel. Because I wanted to bring something different to chiropractic rather than just the whole seminar that we do at the Marriott. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to bring music, and I wanted to bring a different vibe and a different energy and a different opulence, and also have doctors leave the event. You're having, a little bit of swagger, have them give a little bit of certainty and confidence and a little bit more, spizzerink them to go out and really shake it up more. And that's where the music comes in. I mean, again, there are people in the beginning that said there's no way you can bring music to an event. And again, thank God I didn't listen to those people. And that's the other thing. Just follow your dreams. And sometimes people aren't going to agree with your dreams. I mean, you're not going to get, if I would listen to what people told me in my life, I would never be anywhere where I'm at in life. Hey, Sean Rundle. So it's all about the swagger. Yeah.
So I know you got a good promo for these people too, man. I know that we're busting at the seams with capacity there, but I know you want to get some more folks in the house. So what can we do? And I know you got a pretty sweet offer going for these guys.
Yeah, what we're going to do is if you use the coupon code Hustle18, they get 47 off the DC price, 27 off the non-DC spouse or CA price. They also get 2 months of the CalJam network for free. And then I'm also throwing in an after party ticket, which are worth $25. And that money that we raise at the after party typically goes to a charity anyway. So it's like I'm giving tickets away for free that usually would go for a charity. And we haven't really picked a charity this year yet. So we're still trying to get somebody that's ocean-minded to speak at the event. So that's why.
Okay, so you're thinking about putting the money towards some type of ocean fund.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, it's been, it's gone to Andrew Wakefield.
That's cool.
Yeah, we always put it towards somebody that it needs the money. So,
and I know that we're going to transition real quick into the Chiro Hustle movement. And I know that you're episode 9 of our podcast, which has grown. I told you from the first couple episodes of like 100 listeners to now we're at like 5,000 an episode, which is going to keep on growing. And the real reason behind it is to help chiropractic live outside the 4 walls of chiropractic and to get more people buzzed up about and, turned on to chiropractic. So let me ask you a couple of questions based on that. How do you feel about the movement that we're creating and being a part of it?
I think it's awesome, man. Anybody that can really put more eyeballs on what we're doing is what it's about. I mean, that's why, like you said, outside the 4 walls of chiropractic, that's what I've really tried to create with CalJam and the affiliations I've made, is to truly build bridges to people outside of chiropractic, whether it's a Dave Asprey or Mercola or any of the speakers, whether it's RFK, that, or Brandon Burchard or Alex Jones, even, whether you love them or hate them. And the thing is, these guys are all movers and shakers, and they all have their own audience. And if any way we can tap into their audiences, it's only going to push chiropractic forward. And again, my objective with what we're trying to do is get us to that tipping point at 18%, so that the world finally gets the big idea what chiropractic is truly about.
So how have you seen your program grow over the past couple of years?
It's grown every year. It grows. It doesn't grow as fast as I would like it to. I mean, we all want to go from 0 to 1,000 in a few weeks. And one of my good friends and one of my biggest mentors, Fred Schofield, which we talked about earlier, he's always really tried to impress on us. You want to get small growth, because what happens a lot of times, if you go to 0 to 1,000, then you burn out real quick and you're not really ready to adapt to that. So I just have to be patient with my goals. I mean, again, I want to fill a stadium and I got to get that done in this lifetime. So maybe sometimes I do get impatient, but yeah, we grow every year. I mean, as far as sponsorships and booths, but we can't even accommodate everybody all the time, everybody anymore. So I just would like to see people sign up sooner, because what chiropractors like to do is they like to wait to the last minute, which puts a lot of stress and strain on not so much me, but so much my team, especially Mary Jane, is like everybody wants everything last minute. And I try to get people to understand it. This is like trying to buy tickets for the Super Bowl, dude. You don't wait till the day of the Super Bowl to get your Super Bowl tickets. This is something that you want to get done. And then the funny thing is everybody wants to have their staff sit with them. And well, if you want your staff to sit with you, sign them up now. Don't wait till the last minute, because it's just like you wouldn't go to a Bruce Springsteen concert and say, I just want to add a couple people to my tickets. Can you put them in the front row with me? That shit doesn't happen. Why do they expect that shit to happen with us? So again, it would make our job. I mean, I say this every year, and it probably is never going to happen, but it would be easier if you guys if you're going to go, register now rather than waiting to the last minute. So
I commend everybody for being an early bird, getting out there early, because you save money too, man. When you come to like 2018, how much are they going to save after like that first day? I mean, it's like half off or something, right?
Well, no, I think the tickets at the door will be close to $500. I mean, right now, I think with the special I gave you, they're like $350. So you're going to save $50.
No, I mean for like 2019 though, when they come to like.
Oh yeah. They're always half what they are going to be. Yeah, they're like $250, $300.
And then what does that do for them? They get like priority seating based on their ticket purchase.
Yeah, they're going to be in the first few rows. You know, I mean, we usually sell 300, 400 tickets. You know, prepaid the year before. So yeah, you're going to be.
What does that do for their experience? I mean, they're like, you know, right up at the rock star stage. I mean, that's like you're coming from
I mean, whenever I go to concerts, I'm in the first few rows. I never sit in the back. I just don't. I mean, for me, I don't go to sporting events. I used to. I like to sit in the front, dude. I mean, I like to be there and feel the vibe. I don't want to sit in the back. That's just me, though. I mean, if you don't, like some people say, well, I sit at home and watch it on, you know, live stream and going. I mean, you don't get the hugs, you don't get the vibe, you don't get the parties, you don't get the music. I mean,
you don't get to
like I tell people, it's like watching a surf movie versus actually going surfing, and there's just no comparison at being there. So, and I feel to be really intimately connected and feel the energy from a stage with speakers and the music. The closer you are, the better your seat. I mean, the better it is. But some people maybe not think that way. That's just the way I am.
And anybody that's listening, Billy and I are working out how to get me there to do these live interviews there. So anybody that is interested in coming up and getting on the Chiro Hustle live stream from Cal Jam, that's also a cool opportunity. You know, it's just layering up the value that you guys do. And, you know, honestly, from the first time I ever came out, I was blown away. I was like, what are they doing out here in California? And I was so grateful. It transformed my chiropractic life. It put me in touch with some of the highest profile people in the chiropractic profession. And, you know, last year I brought a couple students out with me. You know,
cool.
I brought 3 students out with me. And, you know, I got their rooms paid for. And they flew themselves out there, but I bought them a couple meals. But I had 3 chiropractic students from Palmer come out, and I guarantee it transformed their life too.
Right, and the other thing is what I've really tried, and I've got some big news coming out soon about working with the colleges. And I mean, the objective is to really attract. I mean, last year we had 400 people from the general public there, and that's the whole mission and goal. Because I really realized that we're not going to find 50,000 chiropractors to fill a stadium. So, I mean, the objective is to attract more of the general public to the event. That's why the menu is more eclectic than, say, a straighter kind of chiropractic venue. You know, and I take arrows in the back for that. I'm okay with that. I mean, you want to shoot arrows at me? I'm like, as you get older, you don't really give a shit about what people think. But the vision is to attract more people into the chiropractic profession for the right reasons, not for, you know, just because you can make money at it. And again, we just had a discussion. I sat down with my team and we were talking about, it's all about really the heart. It's about, you know, if people get into this profession for the money, I mean, the money's great, but what people are looking for that are running around this world that are sick and not living at their truest potential is they're looking for hope. And as a chiropractor, you need to show love to these people first and show them that you care, but also give them that hope on the inside that they can live that life of their dreams, which means being healthy and being vibrant and having a life of abundance. And as a chiropractor, again, if you're just getting into this for the money, why don't you go sell whatever, but don't really come in my opinion, and taint the profession. So that's what we're really trying to attract into the profession. And then I want to send them to the schools that really to deliver the same level of not only philosophy, but love for people, and get kind of, you know, my objective is to really feed the schools that are fulfilling those desires of mine, and also keeping the profession alive and promoting subluxation and promoting a chiropractic lifestyle, not more of an allopathic, you know, patching up the pain and then sending them down the road. I mean, chiropractic to me is something that I do on a almost daily basis, or at least weekly. And again, I also feel it's important as a chiropractor to some, and I'm not expecting all chiropractors to do this, but I mean, I like to teach people how to live a more healthy lifestyle that's congruent with really allowing the body to express more of its innate potential by eating, super clean, exercising, meditation, sleeping right, grounding, detox, whatever. I mean, because the thing is, we really have to admit that in the days of Dee Dee and BJ Palmer, they didn't have a lot of the kind of toxicity issues, not only chemical, but physical, as far as postural issues, but also a lot of the mental things with all the stress that people go through today. So, I mean, those are things that I find interesting. Those are things that a lot of the general public find interesting, and we use that as reasons for them to be attracted to our chiropractic story and chiropractic philosophy, so that they can live a more above, down, inside out lifestyle.
Well, I heard you touch on a couple things there that are pretty impactful, but I know our ability to talk isn't very much longer, so let's give the audience a few takeaways on what you do on your day-to-day to kind of keep yourself right, to where you're healthy and practicing that chiropractic lifestyle, to where you vibrate on that frequency of, you're out there hustling hard and getting stuff done, and you're taking care of a lot of people too, man.
Right. I mean, like I say, I like to walk the talk on this stuff. I'm completely different than most people. I'm a night owl, so I mean, I get most of my, like last night I was here at 1:00 in the morning, and I wasn't tired, and we just got done with band practice, and I just kind of looked around the room and I go, this needs to be tightened up here. So I was actually cleaning the we use it for all of our live talks and our doctor's report. And we put movies on in this room in the back, and I just started cleaning the room, dude, at 1:00 in the morning. And, I'm not a morning person. Some people, and again, find whatever your schedule is, So BJ was, early to bed, early to rise, work like hell and advertise. I'm late to bed, late to rise, work like hell and advertise. But then I get up and then I come and get shit done in the office first thing in the morning. And then I've got a border. Like, I'm out of here at noon. I don't care what happens. And I don't I encourage people to just, I don't have a cell phone, but if I had one, I would leave my cell phone in my desk drawer, and I would leave the office and really just detach from the world and go take care of you. So I'm going to go to the beach today. And if there's no waves, which like the other day I went on Sunday, there was no waves, then I do a beach workout and I run in the sand. I do pull-ups. I do push-ups. I actually take dumbbells out on the beach, and I do a lot of different exercises. I do wind sprints. As I run as hard as I can for a minute, and then rest till my heart rate comes back down again. And then I'm at the beach too, and I'm just soaking up the environment and hanging out with pelicans and the sandpipers and the dolphins. And of course, I'm going to pray that there's some waves. But if there's not, I've got to do something to exercise and get dipped and get grounded. And then I come home, and then I got the Vitamix, and I've got the juicer, and I really clean. I just read Plant Paradox by Gundry, and I'm living that just to try it out to see how it works for me, because I'm really working on the brain for me. And, I do more of a intermittent fasting, and I do the bulletproof coffee for breakfast, and I'm doing all the medicinal mushrooms, and I'm doing all kinds of stuff. And those are I could go on and on and on with stuff I do in my lifestyle. I'm doing some nootropics for my brain through Qualia. I do brain tap I just got this machine, which helps put you in theta. So there's a lot of things that I do. And then I try to get, and then I'm doing my own CBD stuff, to try to minimize. If CBD and cannabidiol is going to be neuroprotective and neuroregenerative, but also prevents cancer, and it's a great antioxidant, I don't see why you don't use it as a superfood. And I eat cannabis leaves, and I juice cannabis leaves, and I throw that in my smoothies. In the day, in the United States of America, we used to have cannabis growing everywhere, and people ate it. They ate the seeds, and I use hemp seeds. I use a lot of hemp proteins. I'm a big proponent of the hemp movement, and just those are the things that I've been interested in since long before I was ever even thinking about being a chiropractor.
Well, you just laid it on there for everybody out there to get some takeaways. I was looking for maybe 2 to 3, and you gave about 15 to 20. But let's throw out that offer one last time for people because we have a pretty good audience here. We have some viewers. What is the offer again if people want to come out to CalJam 2018?
The coupon code's Hustle18. So show them your shirt real quick so they know how to spell hustle.
There you go.
That's a beautiful shirt. Where'd you get that nice shirt?
You're awesome, dude. You sent it to me.
Yeah, I know. That's one of my favorite shirts, dude.
You sent it to me.
I feel like I'm an epitome of hustle, personally. And then Brad's probably the only one more. Okay, Hustle18 is a coupon code. They get 47 off the DC price, 27 off the non-spouse DC. Is that right? Yeah, and then CA, same thing, 27 off. Or then they get 2 months of the CalJam network free, and then they get a after-party ticket worth $25 for Saturday night's after party per person registered.
Well, cool, man. I think that you definitely are the epicenter and a leader in the hustle movement. Thank you for being episode 9 on the Chiro Hustle podcast. You ripped it, bro. Thank you for sharing all of your love with all the viewers out there. Thank you for giving everybody all those amazing tips for staying healthy and fit and living that chiropractic lifestyle. And with that being said, man,
I get adjusted 4 days a week too, but we don't want to throw that in there because that might be considered overutilization by people. But then I'll say, hey, let's put our spines up and see who's got better looking spine at 59, baby, and rocking it.
Well, I'm going to let you get out there to the surf and to enjoying your life out there in Newport Beach. And I'm going to bounce out and get on another call with somebody and help change their life. And, we'll just keep on Chiro hustling, baby.
Right on, bro.
All right, man. Thanks so much for your time.
And rock and roll.
All right. See you, bro.